Hi, this is Lynn Rogers with the Financial Revival Group. I'm here with our founder, Howard Bono, and some breaking news for everyone. We've got some interesting things that have just come across. Today is October 19th, 2011. Howard, we've got some things to talk about.
Okay.
Let's start with FHA financing is now, and conventional are now looking at short sales, notice of default, and foreclosures as the same, saying that you need to wait 3 years to apply for a loan after any of those. What do you have to say about that?
Well, you know, folks, we've been talking about this. If you've been following our stuff for the last year and a half, we started talking about this about a year and a half ago. And the biggest concern that people have about dealing with their underwater homes is the credit issue. You know, how long does it take me before I can do anything else? What happens? You know, all of those kinds of things. We have said for the last year and a half that we know that the credit scoring system is either going to have to be changed, the rules are going to have to be changed, or they're going to have to throw it out and start all over again. Now, we saw Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac come out about a year ago and say, if you have a foreclosure on your property, we are not going to do a loan for you for another 7 years. And we laughed because we don't believe Fannie Mae is going to be here 7 years from now. But what we're already starting to see is that the credit rules are changing because this epidemic is spreading wider and wider and wider. 16 million underwater homes today. By the time this is over, we think it's 25 million underwater homes, and we think the banks will take 15 to 20 houses total. 15 to 20 million houses total in foreclosure. They got to sell those houses to somebody. They've got to go back and change the rules. Now, folks, I got to tell you, if you give a house back in foreclosure, very important to really watch the FHA. Because the FHA is the kind of loan you're probably going to use when you go back to buy another house. Currently, it's about a 3.5% down payment to buy a house on an FHA. And they'll let you buy another house 3 years outside of foreclosure. And it doesn't matter whether it's a foreclosure or a short sale or a deed in lieu of foreclosure, they're all the same. So 3 years after that, you'd be able to buy again. If near the end of your foreclosure, you choose to use a bankruptcy in there, then you only have to wait 2 years in order to buy another house on an FHA. So this is great news. It follows right along with the projections that we've been making all along. And it's nice to see that the guys at FHA and the rest of the government agencies are finally getting on board to help underwater homeowners to be able to move on and find life on the other side of this.
Yes, and the 3 years on the FHA is in sharp contrast to the 7 years on conventional. So that is great news. The, quote, bad news would be that short sales and foreclosures are deemed the same now, whereas previously a lot of people have believed that if they just did a short sale on their property, their credit would be less damaged.
And that was always actually untrue. Your credit was always damaged almost identically in a short sale and in a foreclosure.
And now it's in guidelines.
Now it's in the guidelines, correct. So that's just our latest update, and we wanted to get that out to you as quickly as we could. If you want more information about your particular situation in dealing with your underwater house, just go to our website, www.myfinancialrevival.com.